Charles guys, Dave from Horizon Fish Keeping, and today we're bagging up the fish for the wholesaler. So the fish room is an absolute mess, but it's going to be part 2 of the fish room tour that we did. We did part 1 on Wednesday this week, just gone. Hopefully you've gone back and watched that. If you did enjoy that content as well, if you could just subscribe to the channel, it'd be awesome. So I'll flip the camera around, I'll show you what's going on. We're just bagging up some fish here, and then I'll show you around the tanks. So as you can see guys, this is another planted aquarium. This is a grout tank. There's some guppy fry in there. Sorry for all the mess guys, I've been testing water and catching fish out and stuff, so I've got stuff everywhere. So this tank was holding 160 guppies, maybe a little bit more. There's still some fry in there, but they're not a sellable size really, so we're going to keep these guys in here. And this is going to be the grout for the ram series. Hopefully you've watched that video on my channel as well. That's going to be an awesome series. And basically this is what I grow the fish out in. It's just got random plants in there. Basically I'll go through what plants are in here and all that stuff, and what fish we're keeping at the moment. Rams are quite popular at the moment from channels like Dean's Fishroom, off Corey from Aquarium Corp. And also Keeping Fish Simple, Nick, he's done a lot of rams, and obviously he's opened his shop and stuff now. Great channels, I do watch them all. And also it's got me into wanting to breed rams, and because I come from a soft water area, it's like the perfect fish to breed. So this tank was the holding tank for the guppies that we bred in the breeders down there. I'll show you them in a second. And we've basically got them to a sellable size now, and the wholesaler wants them, so they're going to come and pick them up this afternoon today. Hopefully, if they're not too busy, because it's always sort of whenever they can get to you, but they pick them up from my house. So what I've done is I've put the fish in this 2 litre fluval breeder box. So that's just got an inlet, so this water's constantly getting turned over. I know it's really busy in there, but it's just a holding tank for a couple of hours, and there's fresh water going in all the time. So these are the fish that we've bred. Hopefully the light's not too bad because I've got the LED behind, but we'll try and brighten it up a bit. So I've got the red cap kois, some wider tail ones there. There's a couple of fry in here, but these guys will sell. So there's 160 fish in there. Like I say, this is a temporary box just for today. It's for a few hours, and then they'll get bagged up then and sent with a wholesaler who split them into different tanks. So that's the holding tank that we've been using, and then this is the I wouldn't say aquascaped tank, but it's the planted tank sort of thing. And this is what I used to grow out the fish. This tank's 200 litres. It's a small project sort of thing that I do. It's more of I do it for the hobby, not for money. Same with the videos. I love making the content. Sorry for the shaky camera guys there. I do it for not for the content. I just do it for fun sort of thing. So if you'd like to subscribe, and you might see some more videos coming up. And then underneath here we've got 3 I think they're 25 litre tanks, and each one of these have got a pair of German blue rams. So you can just see one guy there has come out. These guys are just in quarantine because I picked them up yesterday, but if we can just get some focus, he's really beautiful. He's got the long fins. That one's a male. I don't know if he'll run off, but we'll try and get a good picture of him. Yeah, he's awesome. There's 3 females in here as well, juvenile. There's one just at the back there, you might be able to see. Sorry for the focusing guys, this camera phone is awful for the focusing. It tracks the bubbles mainly. And there's another male just at the back there. In this tank here, if they want to come out, these guys have bred already for me. I'm doing a ram breeding series at the moment. I will say on this video now, the eggs did fail. Again, so that was the second time these guys have spawned. I can't actually see them at the moment, but they will be in there somewhere. Yeah, so that's just another setup. I just used the grey slate. We've got the coconut hook there just for a bit of cover. And this is the other ram breeding tank. There's just a female at the back there. She's quite fat and plump, so I think she'll be spawning pretty soon. And then there's the male just going up to there. They've been sort of bickering a bit and fighting, but that's what rams do, unfortunately. To get the spawning behaviour going, they bicker and fight, and then they're best friends all of a sudden when she wants to spawn, just like real life. Yeah, she just likes to hide behind the filter there. But yeah, these guys are going all right. I've had these in quarantine because they're smaller too, so the one at the top just there, the girl at the bottom. I bought them from Pets at Home. It's like the equivalent to sort of like I can't remember what they call it in America now, but it's the pet warehouse type of thing. And they were looking really poorly, and I was in there buying some bits, and I was like, I need to take these guys home and just medicate them and make them well. So that's what they've been doing. I've got them in 82-degree water. They've had some parasite dewormer, about 1 tablespoon of sea salt in there. They've had ick treatment, so they hopefully, well, they look better already. This is like 2-3 days in for these guys at the back. And then the male that I got yesterday, this one just here, this guy just came out of he came from another place that's like a local fish store, and he looked awesome. I'd put him in with these guys just to, well, her in with these guys, just to make sure they've had the meds before they go into my other tanks. I always quarantine the fish, so this is a bit of a, I know it sort of looks very open and plain, but it's it's sort of sterile zone, if you know what I mean, compared to like these tanks where they've got sort of all sorts going on, algae on the sides, and you know, the microorganisms growing in the gravel and all that stuff. So I keep this one quite sterile. I know what meds have gone in, I know how long they've been in for, and I feed them up. So you can see there's some pellet that I fed this morning sort of dissolved, but they'll just pick away at that throughout the day. And because they had the sunken in stomachs, I was thinking they may have parasites, and I wanted to sort of clear them of that and just feed them as much as possible, well, as much as I could without making them sick from overfeeding. And they're starting to come back now. They're looking better. They're coloured up more. The stomach sort of come back out from where it was, and they're looking more healthy. So they're the 3 breeding tanks that I use. They're all running off air, simple eBay, Amazon filters. I've just got temperature gauges on them all. I do use these pebbles because I buffer up my water slightly with that. It just gives it a bit of hardness. It's not too, but it's not like a Ragonite buffer or like that. But there he is, look, the male. He's absolutely beautiful. Look at that guy. He's got the long fins as well. He's looking really cool. So I'm hoping these guys breed soon, and the female in this tank especially. I think these babies from these two will be awesome. But I'm hoping to sort of breed them a couple of times, let them bring up the fry, because I've failed twice now, so I don't really want to keep going with artificially breeding them. And hopefully we'll get some success. And then I'll just switch over to the other tank. This is my 3rd tank. It's another planted tank. I love plants. It just sort of purifies the water, and it just makes the tank a lot easier to deal with. Just close that there just to get the glare off a bit. So this tank, you can see there's absolutely billions of snails. I use this from a snail breeding tank. So you can see there's Ramson snails and there's some Malaysian trumpet snails in there as well, but they're just absolutely everywhere in here. This tank gets seriously overfed. And I use this just from a snail stock from my other tanks, my other planted tanks that you would have seen in part 1 of the Fishroom tour. In this tank we've got 2 fish. They're electric blue rams. I had hoped to breed these guys, but I think they're both females, to be honest. They are very small, and I run this tank at 83 Fahrenheit or 28 degrees, so nearly 29 degrees, 28.8. This is just a small bedside tank that I use. I've got the air stone just running there, and it's got just a small mechanical filter in there. This one's just got the, I'm not sure what this Java fern is, if anyone can tell me. It's got sort of like the crinkly leaves. So if you just want to leave a comment just to let me know what that is, that'd be awesome. This is just a standard Java fern, Ritala indica. When that gets tall, it'll go with pink hue to the top of it. Another standard Java fern, and then I can't remember what this one is now. Limnophilia sessiliflora. That grows like wildfire. Just chop the tops off, replant them, and you can just have like a massive scape of that stuff. It grows really quick. I'm not sure where the, well, we've got some fry at the top there. I'm assuming they're from guppies that may have been in here. And there's some, I usually do with a tap like this, and I think they're getting some food and they'll come out then. But There's two electric blue rams that I can't actually see at the moment. They like to hide behind the rock at the back, so they could be anywhere. There's just one guy. You might just be able to see the edge of him. They like to hide quite a bit, these ones. But take my word for it, there's two electric blues in here. Might have to catch them on camera another day, but yeah. So yeah, that's part 2 of the fish room tour. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. I know I enjoy making it, and hopefully we've got some videos to come on these rams. That's my project now for the next probably 3 or 4 months. If anyone's into fish breeding or keeping fish in general, patience is definitely the way to be. You know, you've got to be really patient with these things and just keep going and going and going. If you've been looking back at some of my other videos especially, you can see that I've had some failed attempts, and it is frustrating because when you get fish that are to the point where they're wiggling and you know they're alive at that point, and then you don't know if it's something that you've done that's sort of made it fail, or if they're just weak genes, or it could be sort of a number of things that's going on with the tanks. It's sort of disappointing, one because you've lost at that point live fish, which no one wants to do, and also because, I mean, the end goal of this is to succeed and be a better fish keeper. So if you're liking this sort of content and you want to see more of my fish room and my projects, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. It makes me want to do more videos and also create more sort of entertainment for you guys to watch at home. So on that note, I'll catch you on the next video, and stay safe out there, guys, and look after yourselves. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.